We're live. Do it live. Jeez. Kids are running around upstairs. I'm gonna fall through. Should be interesting. Ooh, nice view. Wow, that's a hard ending. Holy
Happy
cow.
Friday.
Happy Friday and future happy birthday
Why,
to Sherry.
thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yes. We're not
I'm
going to ask how old
going
you are.
to,
I'm not going to do that. You don't ask that to a lady. But happy birthday. Your birthday is on Monday, folks. So if you have
yeah,
comments, you want to say anything, you say happy
only
birthday.
positive, please.
Yes, positive. Nice. Yeah, I'm Lou Marconi at L Marconi 251 on Instagram and L Marconi 1973 on Twitter X. Actually, just having a blast covering the Browns. I mean, I actually had my first full week with Fans First and Fanatical Elves doing the Burning River Browns talk, and it's interesting, just to say the least, because I'm learning. I'm kind of figuring things out as I go, and I'm trying different things, trying new things, but it's great. And Sherry, you got NEO insiders where you might have an opportunity. You said
No.
for what? For the MMA show that's coming up? When is
Yes,
that?
I believe it's around the 23rd or the 24th of this month.
Awesome. Well, the 24th would be a Sunday. The 23rd would be a Saturday.
Okay,
It's
so the 23rd.
probably be the 23rd. Yeah. Well, St. Patrick's Day is on a Sunday.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. St. Patrick's Day is on a Sunday. So that'd be interesting. Well, looks like somebody got hurt on the Cavs. Let me see. Oh, he's okay. Sam Merrill. He's okay. He's going to walk it off.
Fine. He's
And the Cavs are winning in the third quarter with 8 minutes, 10 seconds with a score of 60-59, 1. And it looks like he got like like a hyperextension of his leg. Oh,
Oh, that hurts.
I said, is
I've
that
done that
Sam
to
Merrill?
gym
No, it's
once
not Sam
before.
Merrill. It's number 20. Hang on, who is that? Something happened, like he twisted something. He went down. He's holding his knee, but he's up and he's walking around. He's okay. He's okay, folks. So yeah, it looks like it's too close for comfort for this. When you're playing a team like Minnesota, we should be beating them by at least 10 points, you would think, because we're a better team. Even though we do have injuries, we're going to talk about that. Plus, this is the last weekend. Free agency tampering period for the NFL officially begins Monday morning. The legal tampering, which is kind of an oxymoron. if you think about it.
Right?
I think pretty much things are kind of set in motion. There is some Browns news and rumors today, and there's like a new rumor every day.
Yeah,
So it's
every
like
day.
I
Wyatt Teller and Greg
yeah,
Newsome, blah, blah, blah. You know what? It's not
Jedrick
official.
Wills.
Don't oh, see, I'd be okay getting rid of him. That's just a me
He's
thing.
not going anywhere because they restructured him today.
Curses, okay. That's a
Well,
me
I
thing.
mean, no, they're going to stick with him. They're going to stick with him at tackle for at least another year. So
Alright,
really
let's
what it
hope
is,
it gets
they
better.
they restructured, added void years. So they said, okay, we're going to keep you for one more year. Then they'll figure it out because they're going to expend their energy on other places. There's a lot of very interesting things that my friend and colleague Jack Duffin, you saw him when I had his interview
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, he's been on lately because the Browns are making strategic moves, clearing cap space, and they're probably going to do more, but they're not going to do it all at once. They're going to kind of stagger it a little bit and do it as they need to, and they'll probably leave about 20 to 30 million in rollover, which is just amazing how considering how much money they're spending and what they're trying to do. Man, if this team could stay healthy, we could make some noise. It'll be very interesting to see what we have. So, no comments yet, but feel free to. But Jerry, happy birthday!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers. My sister,
Your sister.
my twin. Cheers to her.
Oh yes, yes. To the other Jew, and also shout out to the Squad Pod ladies because I've been invited. We just haven't set a date yet. A date yet? Excuse me. Yeah, a date yet. Like sound like Biden last night in the State of the Union.
Oh, that I think was the sporting event of the year.
Well, I purposely watched Crowder and Nick DiPaolo
Was it
comment.
hilarious?
Oh my God, Nick DiPaolo is the funniest guy.
So funny, yeah.
It's just,
I was
and
watching, like, the real thing, and I'm like,
some of it was cringeworthy. Where it's
"Oh,
like,
the
wait a
whole
s
thing was."
and this isn't a political show, people, but I mean, it was an event. He went and he talked, and people are like, oh, he showed a lot of fight. If you're a Democrat, you're looking at, oh, it was great. It was great. He didn't shit himself. And if you're a Republican, you're like, what the hell is he saying?
You're like, "Ah, he probably shat himself."
He shot it right in the middle of it. Well, but if you're on one side, you agree with what he's. I thought him threatening the Supreme Court was really stupid. If
That
you,
was weird.
yeah, it's like you're gonna know the full. Well,
"Oh, hey, guys."
oh hey, yeah, we're here. Just we don't get voted in. We're just
You
we're
know,
they can't
we're
vote us out. The
you
Supreme
kind
Court.
of this is kinda your fault, buddy. He was thinking about soup, because that's what the elderly, you reach a certain age, and he was thinking about the soup he had, and he was very warmed.
It's like that old man yells at cloud thing. That's what.
That's from The Simpsons, yes, Grandpa. He's gone beyond the stage of Grandpa Simpson where he is telling those stories where they just kind of go
Go no.
nowhere,
Yeah, it's
which
just
I'm
like
pretty good at myself, but he has a knack that I hope to achieve at some point in my life
it's like
of
that joke when you
the
push the
pointless.
button, you're pushing somebody's forehead saying skip intro, skip intro. They don't like that. But anyway, yeah, so just to kind of just to say, yeah, it was like watching a sporting event because there was a drinking game they were doing while watching it.
Yeah, yeah,
Not a joke,
there
not a
was a
joke, and they had a
bingo
drink.
card, there was a bingo card, there was
Yeah.
you name it, the socials were lit up, they were on fire,
Oh,
they were
oh,
swirling madly. It was
yeah. Like
amazing.
I said, if you're in one camp, you thought it was great. If you're in the other camp, you thought he was insane. So it's all it was.
What if you're in neither camp and you just, like, watch
That's
Ron
those are
Reagan afterward, Ron Reagan Jr. being like, "I'm an atheist." I'm not gonna curse. "F these guys."
Ronald Reagan Jr. is an atheist.
Oh, yes, a staunch atheist.
Well,
Good for
y-
him.
that's fine. No, you're
Yeah.
you're
Because
you're.
he had a commercial right after, I think it was the CBS broadcast.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, it was funny because I was waiting for Colbert because I knew he was gonna be all like, like, making fun of him.
Making fun of Biden.
Oh, yeah,
Colbert makes fun of Biden?
Colbert has become a lot more
When
smart
you
in his time.
when you got people turning on, used to be politicians were fair game of either party, you know, didn't matter. But yeah, usually that stopped when Obama got into office because nobody made fun of him.
Right.
They were afraid of being labeled a certain person type of person. So, but yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that did Colbert did rip on him at all. I didn't see Colbert.
Oh, he did. He did, and it was funny.
Oh, good. Hey, if you're gonna make fun of both sides, I'll give you that. So that's fine. And you know what? You're a politician, you're a public figure. The thing that was cringeworthy, I didn't see it itself, but I heard it, and it was the Republican response to it was like very cringy. It was just like that a woman's a senator from Alabama in a kitchen.
Oh, I watched it. It was bad. And it
And
wasn't like a kitchen like my kitchen where, like, doors are hanging off the cabinets. It was, like, very well, very sorry,
clean,
ladies, bougie, very
bougie.
expensive, very not typical of the American people that she's trying to win over. She couldn't say names, she didn't know what she was talking about. She was talking in circles, which is typical of a
They could have
politician,
done
but it
a
was
yeah,
bad.
they could have
It
had
was
Joe
so bad.
Pesci come out and say everything that guy just said is bullshit. That's all
That
they
would
could
have
have
been
done.
better. That would have
That
been
would have
way
been fine. That's my Joe Pesci right there.
that would have been a
My
crowd
cousin
pleaser
Vinny.
for sure. Cause
Yeah, how
like,
did we
what
get
this
talking? Yeah.
woman, she was her hair was perfect, her makeup was perfect, everything,
Oh,
her
yeah.
nails were perfect,
It's about to go on
everything, her
national television.
kitchen. She's like, "I'm a mom," and I'm like, "You probably have help because you're
Yeah, very
gaslighting us,
cringy.
lady. You're gaslighting us just as hard as the other side's gaslighting us, lady."
I
So
think what most people are sick of, and this is just being apolitical on this show, I think most people are just sick of career politicians.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They're sick of the bullshit, and I think what gravitates more people to Trump than they realize is that he might be a complete asshole, but you know what? He's genuine. They realize
He's a
what?
genuine asshole.
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, no, you're
I
right.
am. I
He's
am.
always
I'm the
been
best
himself.
asshole.
He's always
I'm
been
the best.
himself.
Yeah, he's just well, Dave Chappelle did the great thing
Yes.
on Saturday Night
Yes.
Live, which
Yes, you did.
totally explained it, which was saying when Hillary Clinton, was talking about, yeah, well, you didn't pay her fee. He goes, of course I didn't pay all that. Either your own donors have these loopholes. I'm just using what you put in there. I know the
Mhm,
system.
mhm,
And it was just like
mhm.
she had no response. She goes, "You're not going to do anything about it if you get elected because those are your
Right.
donors." And
Exactly.
she had no response.
It's the truth.
It's 100% true. Yeah.
Yeah.
The career
Mhm.
politicians. That's why I believe in term limits, but that's a whole different show. Back
That
to
we're not a part of. Mm-mm.
that we're not a part of. No, well, we could talk about it on the stew pot, but
Right.
CLE sports talk. I think most people that I talk to that are there might have different political views. But if I talk to them about career politicians that have been in the Senate, like Mitch McConnell, and he like in the
He's
middle of
so
a press
old. Yeah.
conference, it's just like, dude, you shouldn't be in your position. You should be you should be at home on the couch eating ice cream, watching Gunsmoke. I mean, you show Matlock or
You
whatever. You
know,
should
that's kinda what I wanna do. I thought that's what you do at 42.
42, no 82.
Okay.
Yeah, another
I have to
40 years
wait
yet.
that long? Good.
Oh,
Okay.
dude, my grandmother, my Italian grandmother. Oh, it was great that she had Me TV on all the time. I used to love going over to her house
My
and watching
dad
Me
is a
TV.
big Ion fan. He loves
Oh, okay.
Walker, Texas Ranger. That's his jam.
Oh, some
Tortures
Chuck
my
Norris.
mother. Yeah. Yeah.
Some Chuck Norris. Oh, but no, she would have. I'd come over and be old episodes of Bonanza, and I'm like, is anybody on this show alive? He went, no, that's a classic. That's a classic show. I mean, it's a
That's so
good
funny.
show.
That's so my grandma was Lawrence Welk. Do you know
Okay,
who and there were
yeah,
bubbles, and
no,
I loved visiting my grandma, but it was always on, and we had to watch it, and I'm like, "Do we have to be quiet through this? Because this is really bad." And that's me talking to my sister. I'm like, "We don't really
why we,
necessarily wanna, like, be good, but we
why
will
does she
because we
watch
love
this?
you."
Yeah, this sucks.
I'm like, when are they putting Nirvana on?
Yeah, Nirvana, Lawrence Welk. That's awesome. But back to it. I think watching and covering the Browns like I have the last week. There was one thing I thought like because I knew because doing the fans first and the fanatical elves that I was going to be doing daily content. It's like, is there going to be enough to talk about? There's plenty. I'm like, I'm not going to run out. There's a new rumor every day. There's a new thing every day. People are chasing things. You tell me if I'm wrong on this, and if anybody wants to comment and say anything else, if I'm wrong on this. I prefer to be reactionary to see what to actually something happening, analyze it. Hey, Abe, how you doing? Glad you came on.
Hi, Abe.
Abe, ask me. Hey, Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago. That's a Ferris Bueller's Day Off reference. I hope he gets that. If he does, I just dated myself.
Ah,
I prefer like when I'm covering. I had this kind of like idea when I cover the Browns instead of like going after rumors and speculation and innuendo. Oh, the GM said this, so he must mean this. Say, see what they're doing and kind of react to what they do versus speculation and what somebody tweeted something about Nick Chubb getting cut. He's not going anywhere. It's ridiculous. He's not going anywhere. Now, the Greg Newsome has some legs to it because of um I heard this thing. That's my name. Come on. Okay,
okay,
Abe.
Abe.
Abe, if you have to see Ferris Bueller's Day Off to get what I just said, it's the 1986 Matthew Broderick movie. Are you familiar with it? I'm not making fun of your name. I'm not. You have the same name as the guy in the movie that was the Sausage King of Chicago, right? Didn't you see it,
Me?
Sherry? Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't you?
I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
Okay, I just remember that for some reason. It's in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's all it is. Because
We need some sausage. We
he
need
used
some
yeah, he
sausage
used a fake name to get
confirmation.
into a fancy restaurant in downtown Chicago, and he used the
Who
name
hasn't?
Abe
Who
Froman.
hasn't?
It's the Sausage King of Chicago, Abe Froman. That's all it was. All right. So if you want to be called the Sausage King, it's probably a pretty good compliment. So
Correct.
anyway, correct. It's correct. Okay. So where was I? Okay. The Greg Newsom, there could be some legs to it because somebody made a point by picking up his 5th-year option. They would have to do that in May. And if they pick that up, they're going to have to pay him $13 million this year. That's a lot of money to pay for your number 3 corner.
Oh, Steve. Hey, Steve Hemrick.
Yeah, Steve. You thought he used that name because of the movie too. That's funny. No, it's his name. That's awesome. Hey, we love you, brother. Thanks, Steve. So the very possibility there's a team, the Detroit Lions are
Wait, what?
the Detroit
Telling
Lions
me
could be
Detroit
interested
has
in
a
great.
football team?
Detroit Lions are their secondary was horrendous last year, and they could use a good defensive back or a good cover corner. Greg Newsom's a good cover corner, but that's a lot of money to pay your slot corners of $13 million. Obviously, Martin Emerson and Denzel Ward are a lot better. They're a little bit bigger than him. He could become expendable where we could trade him to Detroit. Now, what do we get in return? I don't know. I would ask him for a late first round pick this year, get in the first round, get a draft pick for him, and draft and if especially if there's somebody there late in the first round that they like that might not be there when they pick at 55. Why not? That's a
True.
theory for me.
Yeah.
That's just a
Mhm.
theory for me. That's all it is. Speculation. See, I don't mind coming up with ideas like that. See, that's something I could see, but I'd react to it. I'm also thinking too that there's going to be. I'm hearing thing about Christian Wilkins and even Chris Jones. I'm hearing Chris Jones, and I'm like, that's going to be a lot of money. So it depends on how much they free up to do it. Wilkins would be about I think a lot more affordable, and then the Jerome Baker linebacker from the Dolphins too is a possibility. There's so many good free agents out there. We'll have to see, but more than likely, I could see a trade for a receiver. Steve mentioned to me about Devontae Parker. We had a little discussion on Twitter about that. He didn't want to be drafted by us, but he could be traded to us, which would be funny.
Hmm,
Back then,
right.
would you have wanted to come here in 2015 or 16? We sucked. The
Well, I
organization
said
was a
yes.
mess.
I said yes when the boss told us we were moving here, and that's when he did. He's like, "Do you want to live in Cleveland?" And I said, "Hell yeah, I want to live in Cleveland." But that's a me thing.
And you found the Jewish neighborhood.
I always find the Jewish neighborhood. Or should I say it finds me? Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Is that like a Jewish homing device?
You mean the Kabbalah? Are you talking about the
Yeah,
Kabbalah?
I guess so. I guess so.
I don't
Did you hear,
know. I don't
did
know.
you hear the joke? Did you hear the joke that I? Oh no, you couldn't have heard it yet because it did. It's coming out. We do a joke of the week on the Stew Pot.
Oh yeah.
And did you ever see those things that guys mess with each other, and it's like the Instagram, you see the picture, it says Gayville, and it's like a GPS map, and it's a town called Gayville.
I've
I'm not
not.
kidding. I'm not kidding. And then they're like, "Yeah, I heard you were the mayor here."
Oh my god, that is
And
sounds like something men would do. Yeah. It reminds me of like
oh
another
yeah,
thing.
but you should have seen. I told Corey my response, and he thought it was hilarious. So, and I said, "No, I'm not the mayor, and I would never live there because the taxes are too high. They make you take you right in the ass."
Oh, what happened to Corey?
He
Did he
started. He was
explode?
doing that. He was doing
Yeah.
that quiet
Yeah.
laugh. You got to
Yeah.
watch it. You got to
Yeah.
watch it. That was my joke. That was my joke of the week. And I sent that to
Pretty solid.
actually one of my coworkers. That's a woman. That's a really good friend of mine. Was I sent that response to her. She sent it to me. And I sent her. Her response was,
Nice.
"You're a dork." That's what
Oh,
she
that's
said.
funny. That's a good one.
That's
That's, a compliment in female. Dork.
oh, calling a guy a dork. That means you're
Yeah.
funny. That means you're
Yeah.
funny.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, yeah. So, what do you have in mind? What do you think? What do you think come Monday when the legal? I hate doing this, but I'm going to legal tampering period comes.
What's that mean? We're just gonna put more like it's not no longer speculation. It's like actual things
What
like
do you think? What do you
legal
think? Do you think? What do you think's going to happen? Do you think somebody's going to get traded? We're going to trade somebody
probably.
for somebody. Yeah, I mean, what else could Detroit offer us for Greg Newsom? Because I could see Greg Newsom moving.
I don't I don't love that, but if it happens, it
I I
happens.
like Greg Newsom as a player. I really do.
I like him as a
And
person. I mean, I don't
as a person
know
and as a
him. I
player.
know he's done a lot of charity locally, so anybody
He's
who
a good
does that
guy.
gets,
Oh, of course.
extra points, especially,
I still I still want to know who this Ohio State player was that was a
Oh,
douchebag.
yeah, it was so funny. I wish I could I'll have to find the clip for you. I mean, I gotta do some
Yeah, you can
digging
send it to
because
me or whatever. Or I
yeah,
might just do some research on it while you're
because
talking.
the
Go ahead.
shade, it was so elegant. It was reading in between the lines, like, I can't do it because I won't do it
Do it
justice.
live.
Like Elvis. No. Nick Chubb's gonna get paid, and I'm happy about that.
Of course.
Um, who else?
We're on the what's that?
I'm thinking of what's gonna happen legally that could be said out loud.
What do you mean? What do you I'm talking about the Browns. Of course it's
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you're just we're just thinking, we're just
I'm just
spitballing here. We're just coming up
speculating.
with
I'm just
theories.
speculating.
I mean, do you see us getting Christian Wilkins or a Chris Jones or somebody like that, or do you see Zadarius Smith coming back? I actually saw
Yeah.
one interesting. What's that? No,
Yeah. Yes, Darius
you
Smith.
see
Yes.
Smith coming back.
Yes, I do.
I could, somebody made a point, and I don't know if Chase Young would be willing to do this, but getting Chase Young here on a 1 year prove it deal, figuring if we sign Christian Wilkins and have Miles Garrett with Dalvin Tomlinson, Chase Young could
Wow.
really have a strong year. And his agent would be like, "Hey, you'll get paid. You come in here and you put up great numbers. That paycheck's going to come in a year." So that's I don't know how much of a long shot that would be. I don't know if he's thinking that way, if he's trying to get paid now. So we'll see. Chase Young was the Ohio State defensive end, but he was drafted by Washington. But he had so many injuries. He just couldn't stay healthy. All the talent in the world, but couldn't stay healthy at all. It's a shame. Let me look up something here. Why you? Oh, go
Well,
ahead. Go ahead.
gentlemen, do you have any speculation in the comments?
Any
If you're
comment
still there,
speculation?
any comment speculation if they're still there, if they didn't like fall asleep.
No, I don't think that.
What are they drinking tonight? Gentlemen, you don't have to disclose.
We don't have to. What are we drinking? I'm drinking water.
You're always drinking water, and that is such a disappointment. But I understand.
Why is that? Do you see the
Hydration
way
is
I look?
important.
Do you see the way I look? I have to maintain myself. I have a reputation to keep up. Yeah,
You and Arnold, I get it.
me and Arnold put the bourbon down. Oh,
He
wait till
would
I go.
never
Wait
say
till I
that.
go on the squad pod. I'm gonna
He
have
would
so many.
never say
If I
that.
go on that squad pod with them girls, oh my god, with those ladies, they're gonna be. Their whole show's just gonna be like, oh my god, why do we invite this guy?
Would Arnie really say put the bourbon down? I feel like he
No, I
wouldn't.
don't think. I don't think you would. No.
No, he's like kind of a party animal. So good for you,
At
Arnold.
least in his day, he was. Jeez, this is a close game here with the Cavs.
Oh,
Did they,
Abe, can't see comments. That's because you are the comments.
you are the comments. We'll read them for you, Abe. I'll call you Mr. Froman. It's cool.
Or Mr. Sausage Guy.
Mr. Sausage Guy. Yeah. That'll set up really high expectations when you're dating. So, anyway, no speculation from you, Sherry, about what are you thinking about the Browns are going to do? I think they're gonna restructure more deals. I think they're gonna
Well,
make more
yeah,
cap space.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Just because I'm a fan girl, which is proven by that name there, and if know
Hmm.
me, there are many topics that I do enjoy and get very excited about, sometimes to the point of throwing things and whatnot, especially if it's science related, and you can't out science the master. Anyway,
We got to get Bill Nye on here.
isn't
Or
he
Neil deGrasse
from?
Tyson.
Oh,
Bill
he was on Colbert the other night.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was also
Wait,
on.
wait,
He was on Rogan too.
I have a very important announcement.
What's that?
In
Yes, it's her
exactly
birthday, Abe. Her birthday's Monday. Go ahead.
1 week from today is the full solar eclipse happening. We're in the
1 month.
path of total.
One
Yeah, 1 month.
1 month. 1 month.
Sorry,
Yes.
there's alcohol in my glass. Anyway, 1 month from today, it
Hmm.
actually, let me show you what you need to get, and I'll read you the numbers that came from science. Don't get swindled by Amazon. They were selling counterfeit glasses that will cause you to go blind. So if you don't want to step all the
Please do.
way
I'm
over
going to
to
write
the
this down.
science
Please.
center, you can get them at your local Giant Eagle. And I inadvertently, while waiting in line to play the lottery, sold about 5 pair to a bunch of elderly women. I collect bubbies, and they were very perceptive to my pitch. So, one
Go
moment,
ahead.
please. Let me get you the real
I'll
deal.
talk while you do that. I'll talk while you do that. So, okay, she's going to get the right, correct glasses to get for the April 8th solar eclipse. And we're trying to, obviously understand that also the Cleveland baseball team, which I call them the Indians still, they moved their opening day time to later because they didn't want people to go blind looking in the sky. Okay, I do see Sherry. I see her arm. There's the rest of her.
Okay.
Okay,
This
so
is for
what's
Lana. Lana, this is for you. You're probably not watching. I'll send you a picture later. She was carrying around her championship belt. It was a little
she
bigger
had a
than she
belt?
was.
She has a championship belt.
It was Brown's therapy. I'll
Brown's
send you.
therapy. Well,
Okay.
belt. Okay, I
See?
got to.
You see what I got on my face, right?
Those look
You
like solar
cannot
eclipse glasses. Yeah.
Yes, you cannot see through these, okay? If you're just wearing them around like your house. If you stare up at the sun right now, well, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's nighttime, so nothing's
Hmm.
gonna happen. But if you use these the daytime, you can look at the sun and you won't burn through your retinas. Okay. These are okay. These I did get online. And if you go to the Science Center, they have link after link after link. So it's a little confusing. If you go to Giant Eagle, if you have a local Giant Eagle, they had them right at the front at the service desk. And the number that you want them to have, it's the requirements of the ISO. It's 12312 dash 2:2015, and it meets the transmittance. So that means you can look through these. Don't stare at it the whole time. Look away a little bit. Because it's not, I mean, your eyes aren't meant to stare at the sun the whole time, just in general on a sunny day. But these specific glasses don't go over your regular glasses, so you have to wear them like so. I'll do a demo, you guys. Yeah, okay, I saw Warbley Parker has them. A lot of like eye places will have them. And yeah, just make sure they're on your face. Look at the sun. Look away a
And
little bit. Look back.
don't say
And
what if you get a picture of it on you can get a picture of it on your phone and you get a
don't, because
selfie.
that'll probably fry the sensor in your phone. Because your
Really?
phone's, yeah, your phone is made out of chips, and chips aren't made to be held at the
Interesting.
phone in that way. I mean, you want to try, go ahead. But is it worth killing
What
your
would it
device?
would
I'm
it
gonna
kill your
say
device entirely, or would it?
potentially.
in-
Potentially. It's up to you. What risks are you willing to take?
I don't know. What if you put
You
the
love your
glasses? What if
phone.
you put the glasses over the thing on the
They
phone?
said, you probably shouldn't do that.
All right, so I have 12312 dash 2:2015. I did buy a packet of those ones from Amazon,
Uh-huh.
and they claim to be from NASA, but I'm going to
Uh-huh.
check these numbers.
Yeah, just make sure the numbers meet up.
If they don't, then I'll go to Giant Eagle and get 4 because I just bought them for the family, and I guess our neighborhood is going to get together in the park. But
Yeah, because I got
some
it.
neighbors are
Wait, look,
great.
it's on here. It's on here. See that? The number?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glare, but I see it. Okay, is that ISO in front of that?
Yep.
ISO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll double check that. I'll double check that as soon as probably on the box because
Yeah.
I don't did I put the box in here? No, I left it in a bookshelf in the dining room. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Abe
well,
says that Warbly or Warby. I don't know why I always put an L. Maybe because I like the way it sounds better. Warby Park.
trust Sherry. She's a science person, people.
Well, and Neil deGrasse Tyson was also talking about it.
Hmm.
Because he's the Hayden Planetarium. That's his jam. He's an
Yeah. Well,
astrophysicist.
it's a once in a lifetime event. It's really
Right.
cool. So
Right. So
what
you want
do
to
they
make sure you
recommend how to
secure
get
the
a picture
eyeball.
of it? Do they recommend how to get a picture of this thing?
Go to NASA's website. They're gonna have the best. Why compete with the best? I mean,
Okay.
if you
Interesting.
like I said,
Would
if you
you?
want to risk, there are filters you can buy. There are filters you can buy for your camera if you have a camera. But
Mm,
again, a lot of stuff is already sold out because totality is going through the whole country. So the path of totality, a lot of people, hotels are sold out, hotels are going for astronomical prices, you
well,
know.
we happen to live. So cardboard with a hole is okay? Yes, Abe, I've heard of that. I've heard of that being done.
That reminds me of pinhole camera from when you're like in like first grade. We did the pinhole camera, and you get a little piece of photo paper, and you
Yeah,
go
Warby
to
Parker has
NASA's
them too, yeah.
website. NASA,
Yeah, yeah,
go to
NASA.
NASA.
Uh,
Go to the Hayden Planetarium's website. I mean, cardboard. You can do cardboard. Sorry.
yeah. Oh, man. Cavs are down by 4 in the 4th quarter to the
Oh no.
Minnesota Timberwolves. It's early 4th quarter, though,
Oh okay.
11:30 to go. So, crazy, 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 crazy. I'm telling you.
So yeah, so
Yep.
I'm happy that the Guardians are bowing down to science as they should because that's a good way to get sued really badly because they would get sued so hard if they let all those people in the stadium and there's a ball and it's all the way up in the air and then everybody looks up and fries their retinas. So good move, Guardians. Good move. Way to save yourself some lawsuits.
Well, good pointers here from Sherry regarding what type of proper eyewear to put on, and I
Yeah.
will not fry my phone. I thought it was going to be a cool idea to have a selfie with an eclipse behind me, but mm,
I don't,
mm,
I'm gonna take the Larry David School of Jewish and be like, you probably shouldn't.
I probably won't.
Okay, good.
I don't have to. But you guarantee you a lot of people are going to want to get pictures of that thing.
Yeah, exactly. Steve is right. They were saying on the news, go food shopping, don't be out in your car. People are going to freak out. There's so many people from out of
Well,
town.
it's about
Everything's going to be
it's 2
panic
minutes.
on.
It's 2 minutes when it's total eclipse. It's 3:13
All the
to
birds are going to be
3.
really confused. The crickets are going to start to chirp. It's
Fascinating.
astronomical.
It'll be fascinating.
It
It will
is
be
quite,
very fast. It's a
yeah,
once in a lifetime event. I'm gonna do it with my family. So I'm gonna have to check the ISO on the glasses that I
yeah.
got off of Amazon. I bought them a long time ago.
Yeah, because
Just say,
there
"Oh,
were selling, like, fakies, quickies that, like, were coming out from China, and they don't give a rat's ass. They're
oh
like, "Good,
yeah.
stupid Americans, burn your eyeballs, you idiots."
Yeah, it's
Nobody
there's well that
wouldn't.
there'll be some stupid TikTok challenge to burn your retinas, I tell you. I could see that
See,
happening.
that's, again, their greatest brainwashing device that ever came out of China is TikTok. They're so smart. China, man, they value science. We should value science as much as
Mm,
they do, but
hey, who says it? But yes, yeah, that was very smart for the Cleveland Indians to make sure that people didn't burn their eyes out.
mhm,
Yep.
mhm. No, I
Yes.
agree, Abe.
Yes.
We just need to
Okay, so
stress
Chubb
science
we love.
more
He's
in.
hurt his knee twice, think he loves it here.
Yes, I agree.
Will he take a cut in pay? Is that what he's asking? A pay cut? I
Yeah,
think he's gonna take a restructure or something. I think they're gonna work out where the base salary might be a cut, but he could earn a lot of it back in incentives. That's what I'm hearing. So good question, Abe.
good question. I think he is a very smart man. He's very rational. So he understands
Situation.
his situation, his
Mhm,
humanity, his
mhm. He
his
wants to be here. He's in the
right.
building. He's in the building training. I think he'll be fine. Now
He's
I'm
listening
being
to his connective tissue. He's a
yes.
smart guy.
He knows his body. Plus, he's still in his 20s. I think he's what
Yeah,
27, 28.
I
I'd
don't
have
know.
to look it up. I'd have to. Well, he was drafted 2018 was his rookie year.
I'm having my own
So
glass.
that would put him at 28, 29, depending on when his birthday is. So it'd be 28, 29. He's about the same age as Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Watson, yeah, Watson's come back from his injury too. There's a question mark there. He's supposed to start throwing. He probably already did. I mean, he's going to be start throwing any day now, if not if he
Mhm,
hasn't
mhm.
already. So he's moving along in the rehab process. He should be ready to go by training camp.
Where did
Chubb,
he get his surgery? Do we
he
know?
had his surgery in Los Angeles. That's all I
Okay.
know.
Alright.
By a specialist in Los Angeles. They said it was successful.
At
It's
UCLA?
it's I believe so. I believe it's a
Okay.
yeah, I
At
believe
the
so.
David Geffen School of Medicine?
I don't know. I
No,
can't speak to that.
I'm
I can't speak to that.
I'm being a jackass. I know
I know you
exactly
are.
where he got it.
I know you are, but what am I? So, so let's keep in mind that that Deshaun Watson's injury was bone. It was a bone injury.
Right,
It
right.
wasn't a tissue. It wasn't a ligament. It wasn't muscle. It wasn't a rotator cuff. It was a fractured bone. Bone healing is a lot different than a
Right.
ligament but what happened to Joe Burrow was a ligament on his wrist on his throwing hand, and he needed surgery for that. So who knows? I haven't heard anything about him, and he's getting 219 million guaranteed. That's only 11 million dollars less than what Watson is getting. So He's up at. I haven't really done any research about the Bengals. I'm also hearing rumors about Russell Wilson going to Pittsburgh. Have you heard
I
that
saw
too?
that too. That is so funny. I love it so much. Could you imagine Sierra,
All right.
his
Steve
wife?
Heinrich said Chubb is 28. Thanks, Steve.
Oh, thank you.
You just talk about cap stuff. Yeah, don't worry. The cap, they'll work around the cap. The cap is nothing. That's not the problem. They'll figure out the cap. They're doing. Hey guys, I suggest if you know who Jack Duffin is on Twitter, follow him. Follow his pinned tweets. He's on Orange and Brown Report. He is a salary cap expert. If you want, I can always post the interview I had with him. What was it about last month? I think about 6 weeks ago. I had his interview for this
He was
show.
very good. There were a lot of
He
numbers.
was yeah, there's a lot of numbers guy. He was just on Quincy Carrier's show. He is excellent. Jack Duffin knows his stuff. He's across the pond. Him and Paul Brown are mates. The way they talk to each other. I'm gonna actually reach out to him because he helped me when I did the Russell Wilson article. Speaking of Russell Wilson, yeah,
Abe, I like your moxie tonight.
yeah, yeah. He
It's a
thinks
big
Russell
vomit.
Wilson in Pittsburgh, but I also saw Ian Rappaport said he was going to the Raiders. That Russell Wilson was gonna go to the Las
Hmm,
Vegas Raiders. I saw that.
wait a minute,
I
that would
could
be better for his wife. I mean, she could do one of those stints at one of the casinos, like, you gotta think of the whole family,
yeah, go to the casino, be like with those old ladies in the tracksuits and their cigarettes doing the slot
"Hey,
machines.
you're talking to one." I got my track shoe upstairs, I'll change into that bad boy like that.
God.
I
Yeah,
won't. I won't do it.
and you wear a tracksuit so you can walk around the mall in your walker.
Yeah, I like to call it as you know, my mother is, an aficionado and an expert on the Long Island Mafia and
Yes.
the Cosa Nostra, if you will, and
Hmm. Giants have interest in Russell Wilson. Is that what you said, Steve?
wow.
Interesting. I didn't hear about that. Because I
Yeah, I
know
didn't see
they
that
still have
either.
they
I
still have a
saw
lot of money tied up
Pittsburgh.
in.
I
I
saw
saw Pittsburgh. I
Pittsburgh,
saw
yeah.
Pittsburgh, but you know, we'll see. I mean, okay, back to what I was just before with the Russell Wilson trade or the release, I should say. Denver is paying him $42.5 million this year and next year to not play for them. That's still owed to him, and that's the cap hit they're taking to not even have this guy play for him. You think you got 2 years with him? There's no other possible way to make it work.
Maybe he likes the casino in Pittsburgh. The Rivers, it's really nice. Have you been?
Yeah,
It's really nice.
yeah. Well, if he wants to go to Pittsburgh, hey, go for it. I mean, I don't know if there's any truth to that. I heard Josina Anderson tweeted that he was still there. So, but and I saw somebody. I don't know if it was a fake tweet or a fake account of Ian Rappaport that said the Raiders, but I didn't really run with it. A lot of times I see tweets and I'm like, okay. So so you said actually I just saw they met apparently. You mean are you talking about Steve when you
Pittsburgh?
said that? Are you talking what you drinking, girl? Abe wants to know what you're drinking because she's getting loopy.
Okay. I'm not supposed to, disclose, right?
Yeah. Let me just do it. Let me
Pee-wee
I'm
Herman.
on
Okay, wait. Pee-wee
hang on, I'm
Herman,
on X right now.
Another Jew,
What
did a
is it
song
with
about
these
it.
girls posting themselves naked on
Oh,
Twitter?
not it. Not it. This is my birthday suit. It matches my flesh. You see this tone here? This tone right here matches this tone right here. It's
I'm trying to look Twitter
Sheila
up and I'm just
Sheila
seeing naked
adjacent,
chicks.
Abe.
I'm looking up Russell Wilson. Hang on. Let's see what's going on Twitter. What's the latest? Let's see. Falcons appears Kirk Cousins is their plan A. Steelers meeting with Russell Wilson. Bucks want Baker Mayfield back.
Okay,
All right.
good for
Okay.
Baker.
Yeah, the Justin Fields rumors here. I thought that was complete horse shit.
Yeah,
There's no way we're taking that.
I too smelled bogus smells on that one.
Yeah, that was complete bullshit. Well, Russell Wilson could be a Steelers quarterback.
I saw that too. Let him. He has to be behind Kenny Pickett though. And Kenny Pickett and I, we wear the same size gloves. Do you see? Look, wait. Let me demonstrate. You see this cup? I need 2 hands to hold it.
Okay.
Kenny Pickett and I have the exact same size hands. So you'd be a better quarterback for the Steelers, I suppose.
Really, my hands are not that big. I told Lana that I have smaller hands but a larger ego. So
But we're playing paper football now.
that's this.
Oh, I like this better. This is more fun.
Yes. These aren't spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers. Like, what?
These are poetry snacks.
Somebody's been drinking. New York Post, Russ and Giants have exploratory meeting. Oh, interesting. Well, hey, yeah, it's interesting. That's the first time I heard of this, Steve, was Russell Wilson. But I did an article for Fans First, and also my articles are being. I'm also writing. I'm still doing CLE Sports Talk. I kind of joked with Zach about that. Says that make me syndicated now? Because he goes, yeah, kind of does, doesn't it? Because I'm on more than my work's on more than one source. So
Hmm.
hey, I'll
Huh.
take it. I'll take it. Well,
My
no,
gosh, so that means we're both. I like it. It makes it sound very fancy.
yes, schmancy, fancy schmancy. So my thinking was, I said the Deshaun Watson trade was not the worst, not yet, because it's still the jury's still out. The Russell Wilson one is right now. It is as of right now because they gave up a lot to get him. Then they gave up even more to get Sean Payton, and they can't get along. So it's like, plus,
Oh. Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
we still have the same front office head coach
The
that made
smart
the
guys.
deal and owner
Smart
made
guys.
the. Yep.
Oh, let's not talk about the owner. Let's talk about the smart guys.
What about the owners? The owners do. I'll tell you what. You could say a lot about the owner, which he's made a lot of mistakes. He has absolutely. Did you fart?
No, no.
You're doing this and doing this. I'm
Hey,
like,
I am
well,
surrounded by fart cannons, also known as canines. So,
yes.
if that were me,
Trust
you're
me.
not supposed to play that game on my pseudo birthday.
No, no, the fart game doesn't happen there. Okay. Yeah, I bet you're a night tutor while you sleep.
I hold my
Okay.
dog and I squeeze him a little bit, and it's all him.
So do I want Taki Taki back? I think Taki Taki will come back. I think they're going to let him test the market a little bit and to name his price, and I think he'll come back at a reasonable price. I don't think Anthony Walker will, but I think Taki Taki will. I think we'll have somebody else here for Anthony Walker. Maybe it could be a Baker, a Jerome Baker. It could be anybody else, but
Everybody just clenched their butthole when you said Baker. I could feel it.
Jerome
Like, oh,
Baker
he's talking about
from
Baker.
Jerome Baker from
I know.
the
I know.
Dolphins.
I
He's a
know.
free agent. Christian Wilkins. Okay, there's so many options out there, but I could see Taki Taki coming back. I
Hmm.
could see Zadarius Smith coming back
Yes.
too, but they're letting those guys test the market. Um, Maurice Hurst, maybe Shelby Harris,
Hmm.
maybe a Jordan Elliott, maybe. There's a lot of guys that they could bring back. That's just a matter of I think they're just trying to see how the market shakes out.
We better keep
I
my tight end.
Yeah, you heard the same thing. Yeah, I want to. Taki Taki was playing really well. He did a very good job for us. I liked him at the
No, I'm talking
linebacker
about a
position.
different tight end.
Which one? Oh, you talking about Harrison Bryant? Is he? I don't know if he's going to be back or not. I don't know. It's
Let's
hard to
just
say.
pretend. Let's just pretend.
Okay.
Just for today. Or however many hours we left in tonight.
Yep.
Which is like a smidge. So
Smidge. We'll just
let's
say that. Well, I don't know. It's a part of the business. I mean, the
I
NFL.
know, I know, I know.
It's a part of the business. Let me try to think who else could be around. 91 to 88 Cavs with 6:20 to play. Just a little update for anybody watching. If you're watching the Cavs game, yeah, they're injury depleted a little bit, and well, it's 91 to 90 now, and Minnesota just scored. What do we got here? Oh, Walker can't stay healthy. No, the last 2 years he finished the season on IR, and it's just a shame. He's a good player. I liked Anthony Walker. Um, I'm thinking. They'll probably get somebody to replace him. Taki, I could see coming back, and JOK is going to get extended. He's earned that
Oh, no
extension.
doubt. No doubt. That's not even
Yeah.
questionable.
But could you see that, like, them putting the money to have a dominant defensive tackle next to Myles Garrett
Yes,
and
I
Dalvin
can.
Tomlinson,
Yes, I
and then
can.
to say, "Hey, let's
Absolutely.
let's let's bring in Chase Young on a prove it deal, and we all still have Ogbo Okoronkwo, and we still have
You said his name so good.
oh, thank
Again.
you, Ogbo Okoronkwo." So I said it very elegantly. So and him, you have Alex Wright, Isaiah McGuire, so you have guys that could rotate in and get that good production with Chase Young being in there too on a prove it deal. So there's still a lot of possibilities that could be made. Um, the running back two position, I might actually. I was thinking about writing early next week about the Notre Dame running back Audric Estime. I could see him being a prospect that they're going to take a look at. And I was hearing about him, possibly third round or fourth round. I'm like, wow. I originally thought he'd be like a second round pick. It all depends on what's going on. If there's so many moving parts to this. Like, for instance, if you hear the rumor of like Newsom's going somewhere, he's going to get traded. Expect a big splash signing, whether it's Chris Jones or Christian Wilkins. That's just kind of what I'm seeing, and I'm not just JOK is a dog, man.
Well, yeah.
He played like a motherfucker, man. He JOK played so well last year. I was just astounded at how athletic he is.
And how
Um,
fashionable he is.
oh yes, yes. I
Quite
can't
fashionable.
pronounce correctly what he wears
Neither could I.
from his
But it
native
looks
Ghana.
the colors are outstanding.
He was born in Ghana. Is that correct?
I don't
I would think so. I think he was. I'm not sure.
I mean, he could like his heritage too. I mean, I could go full like
I believe he
Fiddler
was
on the
born in
Roof
that
and
country.
start like
I don't know when he
wearing
came to the United States. Yeah, he's a Notre Dame running linebacker,
I
and the
was there
Notre
when
Dame
they
running.
drafted him. I was at the draft. I was up close. I made a lot of friends with a lot of
Oh,
adorable college
I was
boys
ex-
from Notre Dame. We
I
were
was
right at the front there. It was a lot of fun.
I will say this that
Or
I
no,
was
they were from Minnesota. They were wearing purple. I'm like, "You guys are wearing purple. You must be from Minnesota." And they were Viking, obviously
what
Viking
about her glasses, Abe? It's like your glasses.
these glasses.
Her glasses? Are you talking about or the are you talking
Anyway, so next week,
I
I'm
see.
gonna do a little research what they wore in the Scheidel and Anna Tekva in Fiddler on the Roof, so I could also pimp my heritage as JOK does, even though I wasn't born in Anna Tekva.
You weren't born in
You know, my dad was not a fiddler on the roof. He does not know how to fiddle.
well, who does? Who knows how to fiddle nowadays?
I don't know.
So, a lot of rumors flying around, a lot of speculation. I think when we come back here next Friday night, Jerry, we're going to know a lot more what's going on. Fashionable glasses, fashionable.
Thank you,
It
Abe.
was a compliment. Okay, see, if you would have said fashionable like your glasses, we would have got it, man.
I am
Okay.
too drunk to understand English right now, so thank you, Abe.
JOK is Ghana descent. Yes.
Very
I
cool.
wasn't sure if he was actually born there or not, but yeah, that is his heritage. Absolutely. Hey, I was watching it on NFL Network, the draft, and it was so funny because it took a while for the pick that for the not for
I
the
was
commissioner to
standing
announce the
there
pick.
for so long and it was so hot and the sun was like beating on me and I had a giant Budweiser and I was holding it with two hands and I was like, please trade up. My hips are starting to like dissociate
Yeah,
and I was tired and grumpy because,
yeah.
I was there a long time. It was 3 hours.
Did you see the Macho fan?
Oh, yes, I
The
did. And
Macho
I
fan
was
was there.
so happy when they traded up just because I didn't have to stand anymore. I was like, yeah, JOK, J. That was, I mean, the crowd was speculating they're going to pick JOK from Notre Dame. I'm like,
Everybody knew it when they
yes,
got him.
it was amazing.
I cheered. My wife was looking at me like I was crazy.
Matt's like, can we go now? I'm like, yes.
Oh, Matt, yeah, Matt doesn't like crowds. He doesn't like crowds. I think Matt and I got along very well when we were at the last year's Thursday night game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he has OCD. People
Yeah,
with
well,
OCD. They
I have a way of calming people.
good. Just massage him.
Make
Be like, "You're okay,
no, I
buddy.
wasn't massaging him. Stop it. I'm not creepy. I just have a.
You're okay, buddy."
It's okay. No, it's like, hey, it's cool. I have a way of trying to make people feel comfortable
Not me.
around
I'm
me.
like, "We're not leaving, bitch."
Yeah. Well, yeah. Everybody paying attention and watching.
Oh
Sherry and
yeah,
my
yeah,
wife
yeah,
were
yeah,
walking ahead of us,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
looked at
yeah.
Matt and I said, "What are they talking about? What's going?" Yeah, they're plotting against us. It's probably telling you how much of a night tutor I am. So, did she tell you about the one time when I was asleep and I'm laying next to her, and in
No.
my sleep I'm reaching over and I'm just patting my wife's butt
Did you
while
like
she was asleep?
slug
I
you?
woke.
Did you like reach over and slug you?
No, she got up and she's like, "What the hell?" She looks and she's like, "He's annoying me in his sleep." That's all she said to herself. She's like, moved
I
my
have a
hand and went to
solution.
sleep.
I have a solution.
What's that?
Grown up bunk beds.
Grown up bunk beds. Yeah, that'll work. I go to be on top.
No, that's because hot air rises. It's perfect. Let her stay on the
Yeah.
bottom. You get to choke on your farts all night. She'll be happy.
It'll work. It'll work. It's a marriage. You put up with each other's night toots. That's marriage. What is this? Well, now he's like, "Would you like to see DeAndre Swift come here with Chubb?" Not sure what will he will command money wise. I'm not sure either. It depends if the price is right. To be honest with you, Steve. I mean, they're going to spend moderately and might have one big splash signing, but I don't see a lot otherwise. If you pay it to Jack Duffin did this really good interview with Quincy Carrier this morning on Quincy Carrier's YouTube channel, and he talked about with the less guarantees in 2025 offseason, you're going to see a lot more interesting things happening versus this offseason with a lot of guarantees tied in. This will be more of a continuity type of thing. They'll make some changes here and there, but it's not going to be anything major. So, all right, Cavs are up 93-90 with 3:40 to go. Good job. Good deal, Cavs. So we were talking about night tooting.
Yay! This is such an appropriate birthday topic. I love it.
Yeah, no, actually, here's. Tell me if this would be a good joke for the squad pod. Just follow me on this. Okay, joke for the squad pod. Okay, so you can stop me if you've heard it. Okay, you have blackbirds, right? That give birth to baby blackbirds. You have bluebirds that give birth to baby bluebirds, and then you have redbirds that give birth to baby redbirds. Do you know what kind of birds don't give birth to any babies? A swallow.
Man, I wish Corey was here. I've heard that one before, but then I like immediately forgot it because I
Yeah,
mean
it's like you heard it before, and then it's just like, okay.
are you an avid bird watcher? Because I really like when I get to see a swallow. So like,
That one, I think the squad. I think that the squad pod would like that one.
game
Uh,
set match. I'm playing chess just like Andrew Barry over here
the squad.
with my bird knowledge and bird jokes.
I don't. If I get on there, I don't think I'll be invited back. So just might as well might
Well,
as well shoot my
it's a
shot.
compliment to be banned, I suppose.
No, they wouldn't ban me. I wouldn't. I
Ban,
wouldn't be disrespectful.
ban.
I'd just be like,
No, I know that. I know that.
I would have. I would have. I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna write some stuff. Be ready for it. Uh, how men should slide into women's DMs on social media to get their attention. What's the best way to be creative and funny?
Post-it notes.
Post-it notes. No, to slide in a woman's DMs. What would you
Just
say to
hold a
her?
Post-it note, like have it taped to your finger, like a.
Why can't Barbie get pregnant? Because Ken
Oh,
is in a different box.
oh, see, that's
Thank
a great
you, Abe. That
one.
was a good one. Yes. Okay,
Hey,
Abe, follow this one. What do you call a lesbian with braces? Box cutter.
Oh my god. Okay, that wait, where's my curses? I don't have a post-it note available. Usually I do. But like they're great. You could draw like a mustache on it. You could draw like a little heart.
Yes.
The handwritten note, the lost art of the handwritten note.
The handwritten note, Abe. Abe, I love it. Abe,
Or it'd be like, "Hey
seriously.
babe, show me your boobs." Like you could write that on
Oh,
your
that's so much. That's too easy. That's like so like. I mean, you know how many times Javette gets like messages that say "nice tits." You know how many times she tells me that? I'm like, I will admit this. I will admit this because I met them for the first time. It was probably what week was it? Week 3 or 4? It was week 4 before the Baltimore game. We got to meet him just before a game. We were at West 6th Street with all the food trucks and stuff, and it was cool. I got to meet Lana, I got to meet Heather, and I got to meet Yvette. And I think they're like, okay, is he crazy? Is he like normal? It's just, which is understandable because that they only know me through Twitter at the time.
I
So,
think that's
uh,
how us ladies often judge you humans. We're like, "Mm,
yeah.
mm."
Well, we met face to face before the Jets game at Tower City, and but we've been on here before. We've done this before. This is, I wasn't just a person on Twitter anymore. So
Like I
we
am afraid of very, very few people. In fact, more people
yeah.
should be afraid of yours truly. Just putting it out there like a deck of
and
cards.
and I knew you and my wife would get along. My wife
Oh,
gets along with
absolutely.
everybody. My wife gets along with everybody. She's great. I love her. That's why I married her. But okay, so with a lot of speculation, we will reconvene here back here 9 p.m. next week. We will talk. Steve, good, good. Steve's laughing at something. Was it the lesbian joke?
No, he knows he's a smart man. He knows that he should be afraid of
uh,
all
why? I'll be afraid of the Jew?
we have many special talents and whatnot.
Yes. Did you ever see
Oh,
Clerks? Did you ever see Clerks
oh,
2?
have I? Have I? Yes, I have. In fact, a good friend of mine did a lot of
You're talking about Clerks 2, right?
work on no, just on Clerks, the original one.
No, I'm talking about the second one where God,
Like try not to suck any dick
Randall.
on the way to the car.
No, Rand. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
so
Randall. Randall was he got Helen Keller and Anne Frank mixed up. He thought Anne Frank was the deaf, mute, and blind girl. He goes, no, she was a girl hiding from the Nazis in Holland. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm positive. You're talking about Helen Keller. No, it's Anne Frank. It's Anne Frank. He's like, you wouldn't believe
yeah,
him. He's like, you're
yeah.
messing with me. It's Anne Frank. That was funny. That was really funny.
No, there's so many iconic things in that first movie though, like when Jay does, Mangina to Goodbye Horses. And that's the same song that they used in Silence of the Lambs, another icon.
Jeez.
It's such a watch Clerks, everybody. Watch Clerks.
Absolutely. All right, we're ready to wrap this up. What's up, Emmy? Always good. Always a good time with you guys. Thank you very much. Have fun this Friday night. Be safe. Hey, you know what? Pay attention to what the Browns do. Don't buy in all the rumors and speculation. I just say if they're going to free up, you're going to see some things happening. They might get a good deal for Greg Newsom and see what happens. All right. Anything else, Sherry, before we go?
Happy birthday to my twin sister.
Happy birthday, Sherry's twin. And Sherry, have a happy birthday. It's a pleasure. And thank you for the pointers on the solar eclipse glasses so nobody gets
Oh, I
blinded.
have one more. Okay, nobody likes this. Remember, we spring forward.
Yep. Tomorrow we spring forward.
Ugh, I hate it so much, but okay, it happens.
Yep,
Go
we spring
Browns,
forward
yes.
tomorrow. Go Browns. We spring forward. And you know what that means? That means we're getting closer to season and training camp. And oh yes, everybody, We matched cups today. She purposely did this to match my cup. Yes, and if your sister was on there with you,
Oh my god, and she would have the same cup, exact same cup.
no, it'd be 2 Jews in 1 cup. So,
You're ending on wow, that's a mic drop. You should have just, like, cut the
yeah,
podcast
that's it.
like that,
That's it
right.
right there. 2 Jews in 1 cup. That's what the name this is. It's amazing how I don't get kicked off on more podcasts. It's probably
No,
why Quincy Carrier
no
never
one
emailed
would
me
hurt
back.
you. Nobody would kick you off, ever.
No, no, no. I think all right. Guys, it was fun. Thank you. Okay, I got the music playing. Go. What was that?
I was like, "You're just drinking water. How are you getting the giggle?"
Oh, I'm naturally like this.
That's what
I'm not a
think.
drinker. I train, say my prayers, and take my vitamins. .8 seconds left. Cavs are down 97 and 96, and they're arguing with the referee. The Timberwolves are arguing with the referees about something.
No.
What it is, I don't know. Oh, also too, we got to do if it is September 6th in Brazil, Browns Eagles, Corey, we're going to do a watch party with Corey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we can't broadcast the game on here, but we can watch it off to the side and comment.
I'm just gonna watch you and Corey.
Watch me and Corey. Corey wouldn't. Shit, he doesn't care.
I know. That's the best part. I'll have it on the TV behind me.
I'll have it on right here. I'll have it on my phone. Probably be a little bit of a delay. Oh, a technical foul on these jerks. They're yelling at you. Yep, they did. Called a T. Darius Garland makes it. All right, 97-97. 27.8 seconds left. Did we get possession? How many shots did we get? Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for commenting. Had a blast. Looks like it's a timeout, but I don't know who has possession. Ooh, it's the KFC commercial.
Chicken.
Did you ever see that? Family Feud clip in Canada? When there was a sudden death and the girl got asked, what's Popeye's favorite food? She gets it, she goes, chicken. Me and everything. And her family's like, oh my God, it was spinach. Hey guys, thank you. Show's over.